Saudi Arabia's ambitious plans for the line have encountered an unexpected turn. Instead of forging ahead with the original vision spanning 105 miles, they are now scaling back to a mere 1.49 miles. This adjustment signifies a significant setback for the Saudi prince's grand endeavor, still far from reaching fruition. Initially envisioning a colossal mirrored linear city, towering 500 meters high and stretching 170 kilometers across the desert to accommodate 9 million residents, the revised plan aims for a much smaller scale. By 2030, they aspire to complete only 2.4 kilometers, housing less than 300,000 people. This shift in direction has repercussions, with reports of layoffs among workers from at least one contractor on site, as documented by Bloomberg. Despite the downsizing, the engineering feat of erecting two towering skyscrapers, each 500 meters tall, remains formidable. These structures, akin to New York's One World Trade Center, are to be situated sideways across 2.4 kilometers of desert terrain. However, progress persists, albeit on a reduced scale. Significant headway has been made on the line site, where interconnected communities, referred to as modules, are taking shape. Initially planned for 135 modules, each spanning 800 meters in length and towering 500 meters tall, the revised plan casts uncertainty on the final number and dimensions of these modules. Nevertheless, construction marches on with modules 44 through 47 currently under development in the Hidden Marina area. Giles Pendleton, Chief Operating Officer of the line at NEOM, recently released a video showcasing progress at Hidden Marina. Extensive dewatering efforts are underway, facilitating deeper excavation, while construction of the spine station and piling level for the marina modules is in progress. Overcoming engineering challenges, such as carving a 165-meter-wide waterway amidst towering 500-meter buildings, underscores the complexity of the project. The Line project, along with several others, forms part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 initiative spearheaded by the Public Investment Fund. These ventures demand substantial investment, exceeding $1 trillion. However, with oil revenues serving as the primary funding source for the Public Investment Fund, recent fluctuations in oil prices have impacted funding availability. Bloomberg reports highlight a decline in Saudi Arabia's cash reserves from $744 billion in 2014 to $414 billion by 2024, reflecting the financial strain. Despite initial hopes of attracting global investors with the announcement of these mega projects, Saudi Arabia's ambitious target of $100 billion in annual foreign direct investment by 2030 remains unfulfilled. The reality falls short of the anticipated influx of funds, signaling challenges ahead for the realization of their vision. In 2023, initial expectations for foreign direct investment fell short, with only $19 billion in flow compared to the projected $25 to $27 billion. This shortfall has left Saudi Arabia heavily dependent on oil revenues to sustain its ambitious projects. However, declining oil prices are putting a strain on these revenues. To potentially stabilize oil prices, Saudi Arabia, co-leading OPEC with Russia, may propose extending production limits, historically effective in supporting or increasing oil prices. Yet, despite efforts, oil prices remain below the $108 per barrel threshold necessary for Saudi Arabia to balance its budget, factoring in domestic spending by the Public Investment Fund. Despite recent oil price increases, they still hover below $90 per barrel, prompting Saudi Arabia to fund numerous projects internally, incurring significant losses. This reliance on internal funding has depleted cash reserves, now standing at just $15 billion, the lowest since 2020. Seeking relief, Saudi Arabia secured over $16 billion in financing from neighboring Kuwait for various projects, including NEOM. However, ongoing dependence on internal resources poses challenges to realizing the goals of Vision 2030. NEOM's inaugural project, Sindalah, slated for launch this year, holds significant implications for the broader development of NEOM, including the Line project. The success of Sindalah will greatly impact investor confidence in NEOM, with a successful launch potentially attracting more investors, while failure could jeopardize other projects. As construction progresses, the exact launch date remains uncertain, adding to the project's unpredictability. In the case of failure, NEOM's reliance on public investment funds derived from oil reserves would intensify. In response to global trends favoring renewable energy, Saudi Arabia is advancing green energy infrastructure development, including an $8 billion project within NEOM to construct solar and wind farms producing green hydrogen. NEOM also established the region's first hydrogen and energy innovation center, emphasizing its commitment to sustainable energy solutions. In response to global trends favoring renewable energy, Saudi Arabia is advancing green energy infrastructure development, including an $8 billion project within NEOM to construct solar and wind farms producing green hydrogen. NEOM also established the region's first hydrogen and energy innovation center, emphasizing its commitment to sustainable energy solutions. Despite these initiatives, downsizing in the Line project signifies a significant setback, casting doubt on Prince Mohammed bin Salman's vision for a futuristic desert city. While projects like Trayum, Zainur, and Gadori seem more feasible due to simplicity and lower costs, uncertainties linger amidst Saudi Arabia's financial constraints.